Good song, Mike.
Talking and telling me lies. Great song.
Gotta love the Bee Gees. 76, right, Mike?
I'm pretty sure. Just pulled out of my hat because you didn't like any of my other suggestions. So doing the Bee Gees Jive Talking.
Is that on the same album as Saturday Night Fever?
No, it's on the, I believe, and Matt will know. It's either I think it's on Main Course. But Matt will know. Matt will correct us.
Yeah, because I only know Saturday Night Fever album, and I just wasn't a woman. And then, of course, you've got the Saturday Night Fever, when
Staying Alive.
When Arrow walks down the street, the infamous strut.
The strut.
Strut. Hello, everybody, and welcome
Hello,
to
everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome to Back in the Day.
Back in the Day, and this week we've got the year. Tell him, Mike.
This week in 1976, the bicentennial year.
Yeah, I remember that year. I remember we were all excited to celebrate and and I just remember fireworks. It was probably it, right? Did we fireworks?
Well, I got it all out of my system because I'm not going to be here for the tricentennial. I'm pretty sure. So,
tricentennial, Jesus.
I'll be 116.
Jesus.
115. I'll be 115.
You know what? I asked Alexa the other day that I'm like, who is the oldest woman alive? And she was 120 years old. 120 years old. I go, wow, damn. 120, man. Unbelievable. And they said, what was the secret?
God, that's old.
What was the secret to her saying, living a long life? She goes, stay away from men. I'm kidding. I didn't say that. I don't want to open up a whole thing for women bashing, men bashing jokes.
But it's like being 120. Like if I was 120, my grandkids would be like, "Oh, Papa, did you ever get yelled at for leaving the lights on?" And I'd say, "No, we didn't have lights."
We had an outhouse in the back of our yard.
In my day, we had candles.
Yeah. Oh, wait, my father's group was always this. I had to walk 20 miles to school in snowshoes up 2 feet of snow. I don't know why you guys have the school days off. And my father's like, why aren't you in school? Dad, it's Saturday. We'll go look at a school. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually from a movie, CB4, Chris Rock.
My dad he used to carry ice up 5 flights of steps. Yeah, really? Ice. I'm pretty sure that ice trays back in the 50s.
Ice.
Yeah, you weren't born in 1920. I'm pretty sure you had ice trays in your freezer.
Back in the day, we had to actually get up and change the channel.
That's right.
There was only 3 channels.
Back in the day, I was a remote. My dad smacked me in the back of the head and say, "Hey, Star Trek, Channel 8."
I vaguely remember having to get up and change the channel and only being 3. And then around 79, it started to come in, the remote with the cable. Remember, my father refused to get cable. And then what they did was you couldn't even get TV anymore. They made it so that you couldn't get it. So you were forced to get cable. And anybody out there that is want to save in money, because I got a high intense internet speed download. I've got I have Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Netflix, and what's the other one there? I forget what other one, but you can get in channels within the Amazon. So I got rid of all my cable, and I just have internet. So I don't have the regular channels. So I read about this. Believe it or not, for $32 in Walmart, you can get an antenna. You put it up high, and you can still get 30 stations, 5, 7, and 7. I mean, so I would watch that once in a while. So you can
Did you
bring
ever
back that.
did you ever have to get up and go stand and like pinch
Yes.
pinch the
Hold the
antenna,
antenna.
and you had to stand there because the reception was better while
That's right.
everybody else what
Tin foil.
you're kind of like watching TV like this, trying to see what's going on because you got to hold the antenna. Yeah.
Or the tin foil. Remember people had tin foil on
Yeah,
an
tin
antenna?
foil on it. You
Who's that
kids
movie in
today
Signs? The Signs movie with Mel Gibson when he comes in and Joaquin Phoenix and him
get
have
the
the
hat.
things on their heads.
You kids today don't know how hard it was when we were younger.
Anyways.
Anyway. Oh, this week's episode we'll feature the Muppet Show, which actually premiered 1976 next week. I want to say it was September 6th, 1976. The very first episode of the Muppets I always thought was great guests that if you're a kid you never heard of. You didn't know who Mia Farrow was. You didn't know who Juliette Prowse was. But if you tuned into the Muppets, you'll know who this guy is and also who he's introducing.
Oh, okay. You want me to play that one first instead of the other one? Okay.
Yeah.
I have the other one lined up then. Sorry about that.
Well, that's fine.
I thought
you had the Muppet Show on, right? The intro?
Yeah, but it was like the introduction where they sing the song. Oh, you want that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Everybody sing along.
It's the Muppet Show with our very special guest star, Mr. Steve Martin.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the light. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to get things started.
I like the old opening better.
It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Muppetational. This is what we call the Muppet Show.
Green smoke. Thank you, and welcome for the moment to the Muppet Show. Listen, I really feel bad about this, but I have a special announcement.
Hey, maybe we've gotten lucky at last.
Yeah, maybe tonight's show's been canceled.
Tonight's show has been canceled.
On that note, Mike, as we bring up the next clip, here we go, right into it.
Okay, right now we take you back in time to the old Roman Colosseum where brave gladiators sometimes looked like Sylvester Stallone!
Hold this, guys.
I say I'll fight you.
And I'll say I'll beat you.
Oh my God.
Beat you.
And I say I'll eat you.
Fight you, beat you, bite you, eat you.
Let's call the whole thing off.
I say Augustus.
And I say Augustus.
I say Quo Vadis.
And I say we gone.
Augustus.
Augustus.
Quo Vadis.
We gone.
Let's
Call
go.
the whole thing off.
We're going. Okay, that's it. I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. It was cute. I liked it.
it was fun. No, I
yeah,
think
it
it's
was.
also very, very dark for a TV show to have people yelling, kill him, kill him. But that was the Muppets. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
And if you ever watch at the beginning of Rocky 3, when they're showing Rocky's success, now that he's a celebrity, they show a quick clip from the Muppet Show of like Rocky was on the Muppet Show.
that's good. He's awesome. I was getting like a little, you got light flashes in my eyes. I'm like,
Oh,
Lord, that's why I brought myself down. Anyways, the Muppets. So, Mike, why don't you just give us a little Michael's facts about the Muppets and how they're an iconic Jim Henson.
yes. The Muppets originated in the 50s as a television show in Washington, D.C. called Sam and Friends. One of Sam's friends was Kermit the Frog. They had a very good local following. They were part of Sesame Street when Sesame Street aired in '69, and then eventually it grew into the Muppet Show in '76, and then the Muppet Movie in '79, and the Muppet Empire that we have today, which Disney now controls.
Yeah.
So love the Muppets.
I gotta love the Muppets. If there wasn't no Muppets, there wouldn't be the Dark Crystal and everything. I mean, there's Kermit the Frog. Everybody knows him.
Labyrinth, yeah.
Yeah. Sure, Labyrinth. Yeah. Dave Bowie in that, right? Dave Bowie in that.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Muppets. That was cute. The next thing we're going to talk about is the movie of the week, and Mike's like, I think it'd be great if we just put in who we're going to talk about. The movie in '76 was all the rave. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere. I don't know if any of you know about Sylvester Stallone and you've seen documentaries, you read about it. He actually wrote the script to it, and they didn't want him to star in it because, he had that kind of droopy of the mouth, and they didn't think he was right for the part. And he was so smart because he said, I'm not going to give you the script unless I can star in the movie. So, and he actually had to sell his dog because he was so poor.
He sold Butkus.
Yeah. And then he ended up going back and buying the dog. Going back in the dog. I think he goes, I paid a lot for the dog, by the way, to get back. And then also my facts, as I know, is Cuff and Link in the original movie, his turtles that he gets are still actually alive to this day. So that's my little addition to it.
He had $103 in the bank, and he offered him $250,000 for the script, and he turned it down and said the only way you can buy it is if I star. He ended up selling the script and acting for $25,000. That's what he made.
It was only that's $25,000. That's it, huh?
That's all he got for the script and for acting in the movie total.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God!
But that's. I mean, I'd do that if I know it's going to have that career. So
yeah. So before we start going on talking about Rocky, we have Keith Stevenson. He's got his movie review. He loved Rocky, and we all love Rocky.
We all love
I don't know that I love Rocky. And he is going to come up and give you that awesome review. And as I bring his video up, Michael is going to share some pictures that he has, personal pictures, after we show Keith's clip. And they're pretty cool. So just hang tight while I just get this media for you guys to see. Keith's video. Hold on 1 second. La-di-da, la-di-dee, la-di-da. Here we go. Here he is. I got him. What is his saying that he says? Keith saying?
Keep watching movies.
Cool. and keep watching.
Keep watching movies.
It's like his catchphrase. Rocky, 1976. And then it went on to how many? One, Rocky 1, 2, 3. Right.
6. Oh, wait till Keith's done.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. I'm going to bring us down, and Keith is going to.
Hey, Keith Stevenson here with Back in the Day with Mike and Jay, coming at you with Rocky today. Rocky, that masterpiece out of 1976, starring Sylvester Stallone, directed by John G. Avildsen. And I got to say about John G. Avildsen, made some tremendous stand-up and cheer films. Karate Kid, Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman. Great filmmaker, and sadly to say, he passed away some years ago. Yes, we lost a great filmmaker. But Rocky is also starring Talia Shire, who plays his love interest, and Burt Young, who plays her brother, Paulie. And then we have Burgess Meredith, who plays Mickey as the trainer. And then last but not least, we have the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Apollo Creed, who is played by Carl Weathers. So Rocky is that masterpiece filmmaking. I mean, there have been numerous sequels that came after Rocky, but the number one is my favorite. Although I do love 2 and 3, but the first one has a special place in my heart. So here you have it, Rocky from 1976. And I push it back to you, Mike and Jay, back in the day. And as always, be cool and keep watching the movies.
Thank you, Keith. That was cool.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was good. This is a film. This is a film that was planned to be the second feature at a drive-in. So it was like, we're showing this great movie, and then you can stay and see Rocky. They gave them $1 million budget. They said anything over $1 million you have to pay for. The producers actually mortgaged their houses so they could finish the film. It truly is, as the poster says, a 1,000,000 to 1 shot. This photo, Keith mentioned John Avildsen. I met John Avildsen many years ago. And I asked him, I said, the poster for Rocky is them, Adrian and Rocky, walking out after the fight. I said, so it's obviously you filmed that, but the film ends in the ring. I said, is there a reason for that? And he said, yes. He said, we originally had it where, he loses the fight, he walks out, everybody's good, everybody's happy. And then Bill Conte turned in his score, and we watched the film with the score to it, and Stallone told him that's where the film ends. It has to end on that high note of the music, he says, because everything else nobody's going to pay attention to. So that's why Rocky ends the way it is. This is my very first, I want to say, celebrity autograph. In 1976, I was writing for my high school newspaper. Steve Otto, who was the film critic of the Tampa Times, had gone to my high school, and I'd been very friendly with him because I was doing stuff for the school paper. And he called me one day and said, hey, they're doing this press junket for this movie tomorrow. Do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, sure. And unbeknownst to me, it was for Rocky. So I was able to, a couple pictures here. I took a little baby Stallone and Talia Shire, and I was talking to Stallone, and I didn't know. I never asked anybody for an autograph before, and I asked for his autograph, and he gave me this picture. Now this picture is old and weathered and has been through a house fire. That's why it looks the way it is. But he wrote on it, "May your dreams come true, Sly." And 45 years later, they have. So thank you, Sly, for that wish.
That's so nice. I love it. That's awesome.
So, yeah.
I like how you were talking about Bill Conte and and he also did The Final Bell, which is like at the end of the movie, correct? No? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what's
Uh-huh.
weird about that? Like for a while, he wouldn't let Amazon Music use that because I would ask for that song to play.
I just asked before. I wanted it playing when we came on.
Yeah.
And Alexa said, "I'm sorry, we can't."
Oh, really?
We can't
Okay.
stream that. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. You know what? I think I got it in my playlist before they ended up doing that because I have Alexa movie playlist. I have it on, I actually have it on there. So it will play, but because I think I got it. But now that you just said that, you see what I'm saying? I think, and I think you had to make a deal with them to make me get more money or something. I don't know the whole thing of it.
And you know what's amazing is that Rocky was nominated for 10 Academy Awards. It won 3. Yes, it won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Film Editing. Bill Conte was not nominated for Best Original Score.
Unbelievable.
One of the most iconic scores ever, not just of the 70s, ever was not nominated for Best Score. And thank you. And he later won the Oscar for his score of The Right Stuff. So, yes.
Really? That one?
Yes. Yeah. And this was, as I mentioned to Keith on his post on our page, for maybe like 5 or 6 months, this almost beat out Jaws as my favorite movie of all time. And
besides all that jazz.
Yes, with all the jazz hadn't come out yet.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
So he, and everybody in school, they knew me as Jaws. Hey, Jaws. My high school yearbooks. If I have 100 signatures of them, 2 of them are to Mike. The other 98 are to Jaws.
Really?
And they say, "Hey, Jaws."
Funny.
Yeah, and I'm like, I wonder if I can ask him to just call me Rocky now. Still call me Rocky. Hey, Rock. How you doing, Rock? Yeah, how you doing, Rock?
That's funny.
Yeah, but a great film. Like I said, true 1,000,001 shot. Came out of nowhere, and
out of nowhere. Yeah.
6 sequels and 2 Creed films later. It's still everybody knows Rocky. You can't go to a high school football game and watch a halftime show without the theme. So yeah.
And we wouldn't have got John Rambo if we didn't get Rocky.
That's true.
And actually, it was great because they always made fun of his acting, and I actually always thought he was pretty good. And then when he gave him, they actually liked him in the Flatbush, the Kings of
Lords of Flatbush.
Yeah,
Lords of Flatbush.
Henry Winkler. That's a great movie. He's really good in that. But remember Copland? He was nominated.
I love Copland. He was so good.
Good in that.
He was so good. And Stallone is one of, I believe, 6 actors to be Oscar nominated twice for playing the same character.
Oh, that's
he was nominated.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Spacks.
Nominated for Rocky and then nominated for Creed. So yeah. And Perry King tells a story when they were making Lords of Flatbush that Stallone had a script that he had written about Edgar Allan Poe that he said was the best thing he had ever read. And I've never seen a movie. I don't know if Stallone's waiting to play Edgar Allan Poe or what he's doing. What he's doing, but that script has never seen the light of day.
Wow.
But yeah.
Oh, and then Nighthawks was a kick-ass movie too.
Nighthawks?
Yeah. So many good Sly Stallone. And then actually the last Rambo movie was like Home Alone starring John Rambo.
Rambo, yeah.
But it's so funny. When I get that megaphone, I was driving people crazy because I was going, obviously, everybody out of the water, like Jaws 2. And then I did the this is Colonel Trout. John Rambo. This is Colonel Trout.
Rambo. Colonel Troutman, yeah.
Yeah.
Colonel Troutman, yeah.
Colonel Troutman, and that was played by
Richard Crenna.
Richard Crenna, yes. Great actor. You don't understand. He's a Green Beret.
If you're going to go after.
I always say this, Michael. This is I say this all the time. I catch myself saying it all the time. she drew first blood, or he drew first blood, or you drew first blood. You know,
That's right.
that's a
That's
great.
right.
I mean, Rocky. I mean, yeah. Well, what can you say? I mean, I always just use the Rambo quotes, but
Yeah.
Rocky. I mean, what do you?
There's so many. Just go the distance. I mean, that's like Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams stole Go the Distance.
Wait, no, yeah. There is no tomorrow.
That's right.
There is no tomorrow. And the second one, the third one, right? And
third one is
with Burt Young over the pool, and he pulls him in. I love that. I love it. And then he's running with Apollo, and then he finally beats Apollo, which he probably couldn't. But I think they just made it. Apollo let him win or whatever.
Because every a white man can outrun a guy that used to play professional football. You know, it's like, yeah, really? How many times did Carl Weathers have to slow down before you
just to
beat him? I know. Yeah.
My always favorite part was when he goes, catch it. And when Mick, I think it's in 2. Yeah. And
with the chicken?
Catch the chickens, Rock. Catch the chickens. I just love that one too. I'm always saying that too when someone's trying to get something. I'm like, catch the chickens.
You're gonna eat lightning. You're gonna crap thunder. Yeah.
or the first one when he goes, hey, Father Carmine, I was just wondering if you could throw down a little some prayer for me before I go on fight. I love that. See, I always say, remember Father Carmine. Remember
Father Carmine. Yeah. I always say one of my favorite movie lines is after the fight, and he's yelling for Adrian, and the reporters are peppering him with questions.
Oh yeah, you love that.
And the guy gets too close with the microphone. He goes, "Hey man, I've already had enough things in my face tonight." You know, it's just a line that you're probably even not meant to heard because the music's playing, everything else. Trying to think about it. It's like, damn, that's funny. That's funny. You just got punched in the face for 10 rounds, and now you're like, oh yeah. So,
talk about editing though, as he's saying that, cue the music, and then you're like all like this, and then you hear Apollo go, and then cueing the music, and then it ain't gonna be no rematch, ain't gonna be no rematch, and like you get chills, and you're like, oh my god, like a cry.
It's just well, like I said, it won the Oscar. Scott Conrad won the Oscar for film editing that year. That's also, I don't know if it's the first film, but it's the film that made the Steadicam so popular because, especially that run up the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum and all that action in the ring and other earlier films where there's boxing, you always kind of had almost like a NYPD Blue kind of shaky the cameraman thing going because no matter how you tried, you couldn't hold the camera still while you were moving. And the gentleman that invented the Steadicam was just an apparatus hung off his body. He could be like filming me right now, and he could be doing jumping jacks, and the camera would never move. But it was, it was a great addition. It really helped make the film feel more not real, but like you're in the ring with him because everything is just the action is just straight on. So
yeah. I have a question for you. Raging Bull. And if I did research years later thinking, okay, it was okay. I mean, I thought it was okay. But now as I get older, I look back and then I look at videos of Jake LaMotta and I see how much De Niro actually just looked like him and mannerisms like him and everything. In black and white, and that movie's great, but nothing any other boxing movie will ever compare. I'm sorry. But even
I agree.
Rocky 2 is kick-ass. Rocky 3 is kick-ass. Rocky 4 is kick-ass. The one with him and the son, when he's just like, "This, I'm gonna tell you something. This life ain't no unicorns and rainbows. They'll beat you down." Like I love
Rocky,
that.
Rocky Balboa. Even Rocky 5. Rocky 5 has some moments in it with Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Morrison passed away. Actually, I didn't know that he passed away.
Yeah.
And all in the end, it was like the street fight with it was almost like that Don King guy. It was actually looked like him kind of like promoting it. No fight, no. Yeah, it was like all about the money. Good point. And then Sage, his son,
Sage Stallone played his son. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he passed away, which is sad.
Passed away a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, which is really sad. And it's so sad because I saw a video about him talking about it and just cried, because it was his only son. I don't mean to bring everybody down. I'm getting all happy, sad now. But as we move on, we will, at the end of the show, we'll leave you with something cool as we pan out. The next thing up is our song of the week, the Billboard charts, actually. And this week, of course, Matt Drinenberg does our songs and does our commentaries and performs as well. So this week's top Billboard 100. Matt is going to tell us all about it. And without further ado, let's make sure this rolls before we even go anywhere. This is Matt, and let me pull up this. I had on that before with Keith. Sorry, Keith. Here's Matt, and he's going to tell us about the top 100. And take it away, Matt.
Hey guys, Matthew here again with another song from back in the day. And this week we're going to do the number 4 song on the countdown back in 1976, which would make it I'd Really Love to See You Tonight by England Dan and John Ford Coley. The song did peak at number 2. It was off of the album Nights Are Forever, which I actually bought when a young Michael Smith and a young Matthew Drinenberg were carousing around Clearwater, Florida, stumbling upon Peaches records and tapes back in the day. Anyway, I bought this that day. It's an awesome album, but beautiful song by Patrick McGee. He wrote it. And England Dan is actually Dan Seals, who is the younger brother of Jim Seals, who was part of the soft rock duo Seals and Crofts. So yeah, man, some good lineage there. But England Dan actually got his nickname from Jim, who gave him the nickname England Dan because of Jim's great fondness of the English rock band The Beatles. So there's a little bit of trivia I did not know until recently, but here it is. I'd Really Love to See You Tonight. Hello, yeah, it's been a while, not much, how about you? I'm not sure why I called, I guess I really just wanted to talk to you. And I was thinking maybe later on we could get together for a while. It's been such a long time and I really do miss your smile. I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life, but there's a warm wind blowing the stars around, and I'd really love to see you tonight. Could go walking through a windy park, take a drive along the beach, or stay at home and watch TV. See, it really doesn't matter much to me. I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life, but there's a warm wind blowing the stars around, and I'd really love to see you tonight. I won't ask for promises, so you don't have to lie. We've both played that game before. Say I love you, then say goodbye. I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life, but there's a warm wind blowing the stars around, and I'd really love to see you tonight. I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life, but there's a warm wind blowing the stars around, and I'd really love to see you tonight. awesome tune. Once again written by Patrick McGee. Made famous by England Dan and John Ford Coley. Number 4 this week. Back in 1976. Back in the day. You guys have a wonderful week and peace and love, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Nice job, Matt. Love it. Love it. I'm not talking about moving in. That's a good song. That is a good
It's a
song.
great song. They were a good duo.
What was he saying about Peaches? It was the name of a it was called Peaches?
Peaches Records. They were, I thought they were national eventually. It was just a huge record store. And we drive over to Clearwater, also the home of the very first Hooters.
Clearwater Beach is beautiful. I was there.
Yeah,
it's absolutely gorgeous there. Yeah, it is.
So we go over to Peaches and you could spend 2 hours there looking at records. And that was the record store. I mean, we had Music Land and
remember that back in the day,
too,
like Virgin Records, Tower Records. It was like cool to hang out in there, you know, like a record store. It's not like that anymore.
Peaches was the place to be, you know.
Peaches.
Peaches Records, Clearwater, Florida.
Records. So I was just thinking, I have a trivia for you. Do you know the guy's voice that we always joke around on Jaws and we go Sunday, Sunday, Sunday? Like, do you know that guy's voice with the monster trucks? Like, do you have any idea who he is?
The guy who does it? No.
Yeah, no.
But so many different areas do it. I mean, the two big trailer voices were Percy Rodriguez, who did the Jaws trailer, and then Don LaFontaine, who was the guy who go, in a world where fish walk on their feet. You know, he was the in a world guy. Those are the two. Those are the two big guys. But but a lot of different, because there's voice actors in every city. So if you got monster truck, you can get someone to do the Sunday, Sunday, Sunday at Joe's Speedway and Arena, monster trucks, and don't forget Godzilla
and Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, the biggest footed truck ever.
See Bigfoot run over 4 cars at the same time.
We'll sell you a seat, but you'll just need the edge. Edge. Yeah.
I love it. See, I don't know why we just keep not stop talking about that. Like I was like, people that watch the show were like, why do they keep on it? Why are they so obsessed with it? Like that day that we were recording, I know you were trying to be patient, but you were like, oh God. I kept on playing, you gotta be effing kidding me every time I turn around and play that trailer. Like a 5-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, like, oh God. But this is a fun show to do. Like we said,
let me share this real quick. 5-year-olds. So my son and I went and saw the new Marvel film yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we dropped them off, went back to the house. The grandkids are there, and they got a friend with them in the house, and they had to get ready to go to a party. So he was like, "Okay, you guys got to go. You got to go home." And as they were walking, as they came down from my granddaughter's room and walked past me in the living room to go home, the friend from next door said, "What a dick!" Like that to my son. Son, yes. And obviously I should have been more adult, but I just burst out laughing. I was like, "What did you say?" He said, "What a dick!" I was like, "Yeah." So he had to go home for the rest of the day.
Oh man, that is a riot. All right. Well, we had a good show, and on that note, we're gonna play the iconic and ever so loving. There it is.
The Montage. Surprisingly nominated for Best Song for the Oscars, but not the score. Shame on you, Academy.
Uh-oh, I lost the sound.
I had it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
And a lot of this running, this was all the first day of filming. and they didn't have a permit. So they would just drop Stallone off by the river and have him run. Now, all this other stuff in the gym, they control that. But all the outside stuff, when he's running down the alley, the guy throws him the orange. At the end of this, when he's running, sprinting down the side, yep, and just throw open the side of the van, and there you go. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week. Have a great holiday. See you next week.
Bye. Thank you. We're going to leave you at Rocky. Hang on, Mike.
You're gonna kill him.
You're going to kill him.
I give Stallone credit for a 195-pound Italian guy. He's motoring here at the end.
He is motoring fast. I like the second one, actually, when he does the scene.
Jumps the benches.
Yeah.
I have actually done this, as millions of other people have, I'm sure. I have run up the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum and done the little dance.
Bucket list. I always put this on the end of my run, this song, and it gets me going, man. Well, my walk now, back to Washington. Do it, Mike.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun. Thank you, guys. Have a great night, and tune in next week. We'll be doing it again. Thanks for that. We got the double feature up for you to view too, but this will probably air in a couple of days. So bye-bye now. Thank you. Bye-bye. You're gonna kill him.